I fervently wouldn't look at the fair triangle, yet here, we could according to a general viewpoint anytime accomplish our past lows with a level area of help here, conveying our really stunning high environments, and it can commonly be a dropping triangle or something to that effect. At this point, according to my viewpoint, it unequivocally no influences the distant chance that we have right now a dropping triangle or something like that, or perhaps an even triangle. The two of them genuinely have a higher likelihood of breaking towards trouble since we moved into our triangle with a legendary catastrophe here. Regardless, truly, I wouldn't unequivocally be amped good with exchanging the triangle some way or another. In the event that we begin breaking towards the common turn of events, I'm not looking for a long show up at purchase position. On the off chance that we begin breaking the triangle towards drawback, I'm identically not looking for an immaculate short show up at sell position. Later in the video, we will look at precisely where we can be searching for an unsullied short or a sell position. On the Bitcoin regard itself. Unintentionally, at the present time I could correspondingly have to oblige you an especially thrilling outline. Similarly, this diagram will be from Plan B where he's right eventually saying that Bitcoin is still in stage 1 blend on target, and looking right now at this remarkably entrancing outline, it is surely accommodating us that. Each and every time we got the blue contacts that are in addition, obviously, shaping for the new months here, Bitcoin went on a fundamental bull run towards the conceivable expansion. Again, it occurred at present back in 2014, it occurred in this way back in 2017, it occurred in 2020, other than right now we are seeing those blue spots, and, I would concur, one more unequivocally moving business district is astoundingly organized to occur in the accompanying 2 or 3 months. To that end we are looking besides, obviously, for a long time or purchasing positions. Regardless, I would agree that the continuous second, it's certainly a superb opportunity to gather. Bitcoin, Ethereum, other altcoins are phenomenally subtle as of the ceaseless second. Also, that is the legitimization for the going with a few months, as shown by this graph here, it's an unimaginable opportunity to accumulate. Grant me to oblige you at what region Bitcoin is exchanging as of this second. For sure, we irrefutably recalled that we hit our standard high term time from help doubtlessly here, yet at last, what we can't deny is that. Again for the new hours, we are seen again into our level reach. This here, according to my point of view, it's an allure. Why so? You will see it was a deviation from our range, leave the most raised sign of the show up at back towards the hindrance. Also, furthermore, what you will see here, deviation from the lower part of our even reach. What's more, we got a significant push towards the normal expansion, unquestionably towards the most fundamental quality of our level reach, where possibly, obviously, this second, we can be illustrating correspondingly a deviation or something like that. Once more, that is the clarification in the event that we are moving into the show up at here, it is unquestionably going to mean negative sign for Bitcoin, an early notification or something along those lines. Similarly, the thing has been occurring with our worth locale high or the volume of our horizon range. We are no ifs, ands, or buts being seen. Back under our worth district high, back under the area of 26,800. Once more, as shown by my point of view, seeing confirmation and a push down, under the worth region high is a negative sign for the Bitcoin regard itself. Thusly, generally likely squarely in the end you're contemplating, at what district could I well need to go with a pristine short or a sell position, understanding that we are seen again into the show up at here, understanding that right now we are other than under the worth locale high. As required, what we can frame and do. Explore a degree of deterrent. Research the going with key level we ought to know about before possibly setting another short or a model get together. Plus, here we really want to see a crucial area of obstruction. Accomplish our past highs, associate our past low, allowing similarly this past low, will outfit us with an area of obstruction precisely at our worth locale high. 26,800 US, and moreover zooming soon on the 1 hour period of time you will see 1 hourly referencing block convincingly under our worth district high, so we handle this here is a genuinely massive area of obstruction right now where we could be hoping to go with an ideal short or a sub position on the Bitcoin regard itself. Finally, you really need to see that expecting our worth region high will be broken towards the conceivable increase, it will be a bullish Bitcoin sign since that is basically going to mean we are not exchanging between our worth region high and our worth district low of our level show up at any more, which is then going to be a bullish sign for Bitcoin. At any rate, as of the non-stop second, we are under the worth region high. We understand our nullification level, which will be over the worth region high, more than 26,800, and assuming that there will be a response towards a site at this particular level or something along those lines, according to a general point of view, what I would do will put an absolutely new short on a sell position on the Bitcoin regard itself. Plus, generally most likely right at this point you're examining. What is our next area of help where we can be searching for a long position or where we can be disposing of the benefits from our short circumstance in the event that Bitcoin is truly going to see a more undeniable push towards obstruction? At this moment, here I truly have two huge levels to make reference to. The central will be another liquidity level, and our next liquidity level, obviously, will be our past lows, and this level will come up unequivocally at $26,200. For what reason is this area key level? From an overall perspective, contemplating the way that the mid-level of our even reach around at our liquidity level, and moreover the thing we can be doing, once more, going with our volume, surveying the whole reach with the volume profile here, spot of control, not convincingly concurring with the mid-level of the range, yet ultimately, it will be our first zone of help. At this point, as I should typically think, it ought to be perceived benefit district from our short position. I wouldn't unequivocally be captivated going with a very high likelihood long situation at this particular locale. Why so? Since I truly figure we further support area of help with our different weeks, which will be somewhat under our place of control, 25,800. Changing immaculately with the gold Fibonacci degree. Subsequently, going from the low here, back towards our high, gold pocket unequivocally at our bit by bit. Subsequently, surely, we know first objective for our short can be the liquidity level, yet a hugely ideal level over then truly search for purchase or long positions is really going to be the countless weeks and the gold Fibonacci degree at 25,800. Here on the Bitcoin cost. At this point, we similarly need to see that as shown by a real viewpoint negative divergences, stowed away horrendous divergences we researched yesterday, every one of them on the ordinary period of time got guaranteed. Specific change triangle isn't clearly plainly obvious, for example, looking on the Coinbase outline, or maybe going on the Bitstamp diagram. Here, I intensely wouldn't take a gander at the fair triangle, yet here, we could as per an overall perspective whenever accessory our previous lows with a level area of help here, conveying our truly shocking high conditions, and it can generally be a dropping triangle or something like that. As of now, as per my perspective, it unequivocally no impacts the far-off possibility that we have right now a dropping triangle or something to that effect, or maybe an even triangle. Both of them really have a higher probability of breaking towards inconvenience since we moved into our triangle with an incredible disaster here. Notwithstanding, really, I wouldn't unequivocally be amped great with trading the triangle somehow. If we start breaking towards the normal new development, I'm not searching for a long appear at buy position. In case we start breaking the triangle towards disadvantage, I'm indistinguishably not searching for an impeccable short appear at sell position. Later in the video, we will take a gander at unequivocally where we can be looking for a stainless short or a sell position. On the Bitcoin respect itself. Accidentally, right now I could correspondingly need to oblige you a particularly exciting framework. Likewise, this graph will be from Plan B where he's right in the long run saying that Bitcoin is still in stage 1 mix on track, and looking right now at this amazingly spellbinding diagram, it is definitely obliging us that. Every single time we got the blue contacts that are likewise, clearly, molding for the new months here, Bitcoin went on a central bull run towards the possible extension. Again, it happened at present back in 2014, it happened in this way back in 2017, it happened in 2020, other than right now we are seeing those blue spots, and, I would agree, another unequivocally moving business region is astoundingly coordinated to happen in the going with a few months. To that end we are looking furthermore, clearly, for quite a while or buying positions. Notwithstanding, I would concur that the ceaseless second, it's surely a wonderful chance to accumulate. Bitcoin, Ethereum, other altcoins are extraordinarily unpretentious as of the unending second. Likewise, that is the legitimization for the going with a couple of months, as shown by this chart here, it's an incredible chance to collect. Award me to oblige you at which area Bitcoin is trading as of this second. Without a doubt, we unquestionably reviewed that we hit our standard high term time from help surely here, yet finally, what we can't deny is that. Again for the new hours, we are seen again into our level reach. This here, as indicated by my perspective, it's an appeal. Why so? You will see it was a deviation from our reach, leave the most raised indication of the appear at back towards the block. Likewise, moreover, what you will see here, deviation from the lower part of our even reach. Yet again, what's more, we got a huge push towards the typical development, undeniably towards the most major nature of our level reach, where potentially, clearly, this second, we can be delineating correspondingly a deviation or something to that effect. Again, that is the explanation. If we are moving into the appear at here, it is obviously going to mean negative sign for Bitcoin, an early warning or something like that, correspondingly what has been happening with our value region high or the volume of our horizon range. We are no two ways about it being seen. Back under our value locale high, back under the area of 26,800. Yet again, as shown by my perspective, seeing affirmation and a push down, under the value locale high is a consideration, negative sign for the Bitcoin respect itself. In this way, by and large, probably decisively in the end you're mulling over, at what region could I well need to go with a flawless short or a sell position, understanding that we are seen again into the appear at here, understanding that right now we are other than under the value district high. As required, what we can outline and do. Investigate a level of impediment. Research the going with key level we should be aware of before potentially setting another short or a model social gathering. Besides, here we truly need to see a significant area of hindrance. Assistant our previous highs, partner our previous low, permitting also this previous low, will equip us with an area of deterrent definitively at our value region high. 26,800 US dollars, and in addition, zooming soon on the 1 hour time frame, you will see 1 hourly referring to impede convincingly under our value locale high. So we handle this here is a truly huge area of check right now where we could be wanting to go with an ideal short or a sub position on the Bitcoin respect itself. At last, you truly need to see that expecting our value locale high will be broken towards the possible increment. It will be a bullish Bitcoin sign, since that is fundamentally going to mean we are not trading between our value locale high and our value region low of our level appear at anymore, which is then going to be a bullish sign for Bitcoin. Anyway, of the constant second, we are under the value locale high. We comprehend our invalidation level, which will be over the value district high, more than 26,800, and expecting that there will be a reaction towards a site at this specific level or something like that. As per a general perspective, what I would do will put a totally new short on a sell position on the Bitcoin respect itself. Besides, by and large, no doubt right as of now you're inspecting. What is our next area of help where we can be looking for a long position or where we can be discarding the advantages from our short situation if Bitcoin is really going to see a more evident push towards obstacle? Right now, here I genuinely have two gigantic levels to make reference to. The focal will be another liquidity level, and our next liquidity level, clearly, will be our previous lows, and this level will come up unequivocally at 26,200 US dollars. Why is this region key level? Yet again, according to a general point of view, mulling over the way that the mid-level of our even reach, around at our liquidity level, and additionally what we can be doing, going with our volume, reviewing the entire reach with the volume profile here, spot of control, not convincingly agreeing with the mid-level of the reach, yet at last, it will be our first zone of help. As of now, as I ought to commonly think, it should be C benefit region from our short position. I wouldn't unequivocally be enthralled going with an extremely high probability long circumstance at this specific district. Why so? Since I genuinely figure we further help area of help with our various weeks, which will be to some degree under our place of control, 25,800. Changing faultlessly with the gold Fibonacci degree. Hence, going from the low here, back towards our high, gold pocket unequivocally at our little by little. Hence, without a doubt, we know first level, first target for our short can be the liquidity level, yet a massively ideal level over then genuinely look for buy or long positions is truly going to be the incalculable weeks and the gold Fibonacci degree at 25,800. Here on the Bitcoin cost. Right now, we correspondingly need to see that as shown by a genuine perspective negative divergences, hidden away unpleasant divergences we explored yesterday, all of them on the customary timeframe got insured. So we grasped Bitcoin is molding a lower high for the new weeks here, yet clearly, higher high on the money stream marker, higher high other than on the MACD pointer, and on top of that in this way going, for example, right now with the RSI marker, exactly the same thing. We are showing on the standard period of time a scarcely out of the plastic new higher high, and that proposes. Secret negative divergences are being requested crazy on a high-term timeframe on several basic pointers. Along these lines I would consent to you, be really more aware of Bitcoin. Again we esteem we are seen back in our level reach. We handle our negation level, which will be to some degree over our value region high, yet taking into account everything. Preferably, I could truly need to see barely lower turns around Bitcoin because of our negative divergences until plainly our refutation level will be hit. That being said, expecting perhaps in the accompanying several hours we truly see an insane direct towards the possible development, over the value district high. Phenomenally key method, particularly direct nullification level, inconceivably clear obsessions with our liquidity levels also our gold Fibonacci degrees here. Partake in a shocking day and concordance out.